The South Kaibab Trail is one of the most popular ways into one of the most epic places on Earth, the Grand Canyon. Today we're going to do a day hike to see some of this trail's most amazing viewpoints. Aah Point, Cedar Ridge, and Skeleton Point. This is Magellan,
And this is Greyhound.
where we make videos about epic road trips, kayaking, hiking, and other outdoor adventures.
This is part of our America's Grandest Canyons road trip series, where we traveled cross-country to explore the Grand Canyon, Bryce Canyon, Glen Canyon, Palo Duro Canyon, and more. Stay tuned for more videos in our evolving trip playlist.
Located on the south rim of the Grand Canyon, the South Kaibab Trail to Skeleton Point is an amazing day hike. You can only get to this trailhead by shuttle bus, the Orange Kaibab Rim Route from the Grand Canyon Visitor Center, or the Hiker's Express from the Bright Angel Lodge. As you descend, you'll see Aah Point to your right, which is a great viewpoint from above. It is 6 miles round trip, and you will descend more than 2,000 feet in elevation in the first half of the hike.
Created in 1924 by the National Park Service to bypass the Bright Angel Trail, where at the time businessman Ralph Cameron charged a fee, South Kaibab features several points to not only stop and rest, but to take in the breathtaking views of one of the largest and deepest canyons in the world. It's also the fastest trail to get down to the Colorado River.
A few things to note. There is no water on this trail. Sort of. We'll get to this later. And while you will have shade if you start early, there is little shade later in the day, as you'll see. And it is a much more strenuous hike than the other popular trail, Bright Angel, despite being shorter. Be sure to bring plenty of food and water in your pack, and try to start as early as possible during the hotter times of year. When we were there in late September, it was 75 degrees above the rim, but reached as high as 120 degrees at the bottom of the canyon.
Because of this, the National Park Service advises hikers not to hike between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. May to September, and there are even rangers and preventative search and rescue personnel on the trail to weed out those who may be ill-prepared.
One ranger told us that despite warning signs at the trailhead, on the trail, at the visitor center, and in the information pamphlets, there is at least one search and rescue every day. That all being said, many people frequently hike and run to the Colorado River on both rims. Just remember that it typically takes a person twice as long to come back up from where they've gone down.
Our first point is Aah Point, the first panoramic view along the hike where you'll be atop beautiful Coconino sandstone. This is a great turnaround point for people who want to experience what it's like to go down into the canyon but may not be able to head further down.
At 0.9 miles and 6,660 feet, you'll have descended 600 feet at this point and only have 0.9 miles to get back to the trailhead. It's steep, but doable for most beginners. Continue on and you'll head down a winding stairs section. This is where the views of the canyon will really open up. and you'll get a better idea of your path down and around O'Neill Butte. Eventually, you will reach the Cedar Ridge, where there are restrooms and some shade if you need it. Best view from a bathroom I think I've seen in a while. Cedar Ridge is 1.5 miles from the trailhead, and you'll have descended another 500 or so feet from Aah Point. You'll also get to see O'Neill Butte from a closer distance and a really open 360-degree view of the canyon. Eventually, you'll descend down again. Make sure to keep hydrating. Check out the lizards. After heading around O'Neill Butte and along a long flat ridge, you will finally reach Skeleton Point.
Here you can check out a view of the Colorado River below. At this point, you will have hiked 3 miles and descended over 2,000 feet in elevation.
We decided that we wanted our snack break in the shade, so we found this shaded area below the overlook cliff. And that's where we found an emergency water stash.
Obviously, this is for emergencies only, but it's nice to know you aren't completely screwed if you don't bring enough water or had some kind of water miscalculation and find yourself thirsty and tired.
Don't be the puking man. Bring enough water. No one cares about your ultralight pack you meticulously weighed if you failed to bring enough water to hydrate yourself. When you're done, begin your ascent back. The views are always different on the way back up, and feel 10 times harder. Be sure to check out all the cool spots again if you like, or for a rest. If it looks like it sucks, it's because it does.
We hope we inspired you to check out this beautiful trail. Leave a comment if you've done South Kaibab or want to, and check us out on social media if you have any questions. Stay tuned for our Grand Canyon South Rim Viewpoints video, and we'll see you on the trails or in the water.